the shooting with Justin. I think that he can get into his own head a little bit. In the previous series with Justin, there were a couple of moments on defense where he could have found the angle. And we know that Justin's a player that's very, very hard on himself. So I think he's going to be blaming himself for that loss. But if the boys like Sizz can maybe bring some hype to him, get his mentality back up, you should see an NRG win here against XSET.
Well, the desk said it as well. This has been a surprising day. Teams who have not had much success against opponents are finding success today. And XSET, one of those teams that would look for their first win against NRG. And J-Pow will slide this right by. J-Pow, the lead scorer for XSET, comes out swinging.
I mean, Hoxer looks like he has ice skates on the way he's gliding around the map. It seemed like he also used his power slide a bit before going to the corner, then gets the ground pinch pass across the net. One of the best ways to start out a series. That's Hoxer doing most of the work.
J-Pow looking again for the shot, but that's broken up by Justin. Hoxer, air dribble, will push it out. Justin will pop it up. Garrett chasing downfield, but J-Pow breaking it up. And Squishy look for a drop down pass, but it was too close to Alpha Kept. Now another shot opportunity. Garrett diving in and gets another save.
Oh, the demo.
Planned that was. But you can see even low boost for Squishy, double commit as well. Shot after shot, XSET keeping NRG on their back foot.
Oh, and they're taking all the boost as well. Justin, no boost right now to his name. You can see Squishy's rushing back. Their corner just now spawned, but Squishy had no time to go for it. Justin's still in the backfield. He does have boost this time, but he can't do much because his teammates are all the way pushed back, but that's a good 50. Maybe we can see NRG push out, but so far, this has been all XSET, James.
XSET setting the tempo. NRG breaking out right now. Alpha Kept had that go over his head. It's going to give Justin some room to work. The ball leaks out to Hoxer, who has been eager to air dribble that ball out. You see a pinch. Hoxer setting it back up in the middle. Justin.
A couple of double commits so far on defense, James. We've seen, I think that might be the 4th double commit we've seen out of NRG. Something is a bit off with the communication. They need to fix that now or else we might see an upset.
You can just tell it's a bit panicky as well. They're struggling with boost.
Yeah.
And that is making the double commits even worse. But it's still a 1-goal game. NRG, however, already dropping series to G2. Oh, they'll get one here. Potentially. No, it's off the post and out. Some essence of envy there.
Garrett G was in the perfect cherry-picking spot. It looked like he had the angle. It bounced off the post and out, and even the bounce off the post was unfortunate because it had enough power, enough speed off the bounce to go all the way to the right side of the net. No follow-up was possible. NRG are still looking for their first one.
I like that play. Alpha Kept faking that challenge. Might have been Hawks or one of them just faking that challenge, let the ball bounce back and setting up that counterattack play. XSET playing confidently.
Flip reset.
And Garrett G has been deadly with those flip resets. They could use some of his scoring prowess here. He's gonna have to play some defense. The shot never comes. That light lob will be easy for Justin to hit out to Garrett. Hawks are gonna pop it up high. Squishy first to it, trying to drop it down. Well, he's just going to chase after it. Nobody there in the middle for the ball.
And a rough turnaround for Garrett G. And this all happened in the midfield. Garrett G couldn't find the mechanical touch. Watch him turn here a little bit too fast. He had enough boost, but couldn't find contact. And you're giving all that space up to Alpha Kept, and Justin has to scramble on defense. You can't give that responsibility to him in that situation.
Oh, that's a nightmare situation. Squishy not really able to do much in the middle. Garrett missing the touch on the sidewall. You feel bad for Garrett.
Right. Oh, another
crossbar. Feel bad for Justin, rather, after Garrett wasn't able to connect. And now NRG continue to struggle both offensively and defensively.
Right, and I'm also worried for Garrett G's mentality because of that earlier miss whenever he was in the spot. It bounced off the side post. That was the best chance we've seen. And then now you're making the issue in the midfield something completely off for NRG. It looks like it's going to be communication, but we'll have to wait and find out.
Squishy getting harassed by J-Pow, leaving Justin to collect. He got full boost. He's got Garrett in the middle. Garrett couldn't get around that ball and take the shot. The pass was there. Now this has to be it. Oh, and that's going to be pushed wide. NRG walk away without a goal yet again.
Right, and you can see the defense from XSET moving very clean. It's very fluid whenever they do go out in transition. They're spaced out, but sometimes too much space. Is this one finally going to go in? Garrett G gets some revenge off the post, and he finally makes up for those previous mistakes.
Yeah, off both posts. Just playing 3-post over here seems like.
2 for 1.
Got to hit the crossbar and have that go in.
Double the points.
7 seconds left now, Turtle. NRG have not been looking that sharp. XSET have been very comfortable and in control.
Oh, good speed from Gary G. And now if he gets the bump, but Justin too far under the ball. It goes above the crossbar. So many chances for NRG going unanswered.
That was the tying chance.
Oh.
Still, bouncing ball. Garrett will be able to get to it. Squishy in support. Cleared back. Garrett to the corner. Justin picking it up. Hoxer right back to Garrett. Oh, 2 commit, but nobody from NRG's anywhere close. And XSET will tap that down safely. And a game 1 victory for XSET.
Oh, man, and you can even see the frustration on the player cams. Garrett G, a bit confused as to how this game didn't go in their favor. There was a lot of chances, you know, a decent amount of shots. 7 for NRG. We've got 14 for XSET. Double the shots, but I still could feel the pressure from NRG. I could feel a lot of the possession that they had going for them. It looked like they were setting themselves up properly. Something's off with the shooting, James. We saw a couple of double commits on defense. And XSET, we have to remember, did beat Envy in the group stage. These guys know how to make and pull off an upset. They know how to close out games. If you give them a chance, they're going to strike. Yeah,
they're surging as of late, even in the grid, sitting at 9-3, top 4. Right. So this XSET team certainly performing well as of late. NRG, on the other hand, you look at what they did in this past game, and it wasn't as impressive. You saw Garrett completely missed that ball off the sidewall that left Justin abandoned. And even the shooting, there was a play, I think it was Garrett bumped someone out of net, and the follow-up shot just wasn't on target. So NRG got to clean it up.
That was Justin coming in from the corner on that bump play from Garrett. So it's not just one specific player. And we have to look at XSET and what they're doing right as well. I mean, I love that passing play from Hoxer that started things out strong in the first game. That was so beautiful. And then we haven't seen any double commits from XSET. They are very spaced out, like I mentioned in game 1. There's the first double commit. We do see, though, okay, maybe the pressure starting to get to him a little bit from NRG. This is the complete opposite of game 1.
Oh, Justin did get his flip reset there.
Oh, the ball.
He trying to bank that out to Garrett. NRG setting the tempo early. Justin gonna pop that, go for it again. But he's out of boost now, missing contact on the ball. Oh, this is gonna be tough. Garrett has to get a good 50, and he does. He loses that 50. Justin would be last back, and it still does get cleared out. But Justin able to recover. Wave dash potentially. He's gonna bounce it off the backboard. Hoxer also off the backboard. This off the crossbars. 3 posts completed for Garrett.
Where's the shooting accuracy for NRG? You see all these fancy mechanics, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you can't find the back of the net. So many open shots. I think even Squishy had a chance earlier on in this game alone where he could have slotted one in. NRG are struggling to find the accuracy.
They are struggling indeed. This event dropping a series to G2 and Kansas City Pioneers after being so good for so long. Perhaps this has him worried. Gibbs said, watch out for the tilt. He might be right.
Right. Oh, what a touch from Justin, though. But the shot was not powerful enough from Squishy. Justin has been going for several flip resets. There's a lot of space given to him from XSET, which worries me because if you let that player, specifically Justin, get warmed up, things could be over quickly. Now, Squishy off the backboard. Garrett G. He gets the accuracy, but at that point, it's too predictable. The save comes out.
Now, that was a great save from Alpha Cap. He's going to have to weave his way by Justin here. He does get the corner boost. A pinch will send it out to the middle, and Hoxer will tip it up. XSET's defense holding strong. Well, Justin, does he have enough boost to get back over? No, he didn't. Alpha kept will clear it downfield, and the bump on Garrett. And then you see teammates running into each other. Squishy couldn't get by Garrett after he got bumped on the wall. J Powell and Oxer both commit. J Powell back down to the ground, and a well-challenged ball by Garrett. That could have been a lot worse.
Man, I really like this turn here from Squishy as well. He doesn't want to go back for the corner boost. Instead, just tries to carry this out himself. And look at what you get when you go for the ball instead of boost. Squishy muffins. This was such a great musty flick.
Yeah, pushing that out. You see that extra power actually got it out of reach of Hoxer. So a necessary, powerful touch there by Squishy. And 9 shots for NRG. They finally score one. XSET has been kept quiet this game, but they're still within striking distance. I
love the XSET defense for sure. I mean, things look to be in the same form that they were in game 1, but I think the difference is the clears. A lot of times when XSET are trying to go out of their own half like this from Hoxer, it's just him. There's nobody here to support him. A lot of times they'll go for a booming clear to relieve pressure, but they're not worried about the next step. And Garrett G, Justin, Squishy, they've had a lot of space to work with and get their shooting accuracy back on track.
Got to hold on for just a minute and a half. This XSET team, they can smell the upset. Eager to get that first series win against NRG. Hoxer far over to the wall. You can see Alpha Kep and J Powell just retreating, giving this space to NRG. Garrett with a nice stop. J Powell downfield against Justin. The 50 will send it up the corner. Garrett and Justin both on the back wall. Hoxer waiting. The challenge sends it back to J Powell. J Powell towards net. Justin off to the side where Squishy dribbles it around the corner. Nice speed there from Hoxer, though. This is dangerous. XSET looking to equalize. And they do! Hoxer underneath the crossbar beats out the final defender.
Squishy was rotating back post. J Powell took him out. And then now Justin is left in a 1v2 situation. Even if that shot's not on target, there's going to be a follow-up. There was space right in front of the box. This is an XSET that is resilient, and they randomly show up with aggression because all game long, they were patient. They didn't want to overextend, and then boom, they hit you with a 3-man passing play. A couple of demos as well. How do you stop that alone?
It's going to be tough to stop it. Final 30 seconds. XSET, a second win. Alpha Kep, that shot's high. Rebound out to J Powell. And now bouncing out in front of net. J Powell got the corner boost spawn. With that back pass, Alpha Kep will collect it. Squishy centers it. Garrett too far away. J Powell
against
there. Justin down to the corner. So maybe we'll see some last-second heroics from NRG.
Oh, he missed.
Justin up to Squishy. Squishy out to the middle. Hoxer. The 50 is going to stay airborne. J Powell, no way. A save from Justin. And he denies the 0-second game-winning goal. We've got overtime.
The amount of pressure on Justin in this series alone. He's been last back, and now Garrett G was last back. Couldn't get the save. XSET somehow get the comeback and are on match point.
Wow. Unreal. And that kickoff, you expect more out of that kickoff. That's one of those situations where, you really just don't want it to go straight up and bouncing back or hard off the sidewall like that. Obliterated on the kickoff. And that is going to be tough for NRG. Unbelievable.
I can't believe it, especially after how that game started. It was NRG dribbling back and forth between XSET's half with so much space to work with. There were a lot of missed opportunities, and it didn't feel like XSET were really punishing NRG for that. But then, within the final minute, it's almost as if XSET hit the panic button, started overextending a bit, but in a good way because they were going for demos, getting opportunities where they needed to, and that aggression caught NRG off guard, because they didn't have to deal with that pressure all game, James. Then you flip the script, XSET comes out with aggression, there is no answer, Justin's left alone on defense, and you get an XSET win.
Yeah, and a phenomenal play by Hoxer to even get that equalizing goal. And then to win so quickly into overtime with a kickoff goal. Now XSET firmly in the driver's seat. They're going to have a heck of a time, though, holding off an NRG squad that has looked so good up to this point. This would be unthinkable to see XSET take NRG out of the second spring regional in this fashion, but they might do it, and they might do it in a sweep, Turtle.
I'm very impressed as well with the ability that XSET has to capitalize and punish NRG whenever Justin is left alone. They have the 1v2s, they have the 1v3s. It's perfect. Everything that I'm seeing so far out of XSET has been so solid, consistent on defense, nothing too flashy. But at the end of the day, if NRG is making these mistakes, you just got to hold it down on defense, get those rotations out, and find the 1v2 against Justin. Now we've got AlphaCap coming in from his own half, trying to get a little bit of a carry, maybe a flick into the back of the net. Garrett G was not able to get the save on that shot in overtime, but he's able to find it here.
XSET, they can hold on, Turtle. This would be huge for them.
Yeah.
NRG, though, the favorites. What a shocking result this would be. Now they're going to have to reverse sweep XSET, who's held up to the pressure. I mean, you even see how XSET's been playing. So calm, confident. But they are on razor-thin margins.
The only adaptation I've seen from NRG's playstyle has been the involvement of Squishy on offense. He is getting way more aggressive with demos and physical plays, and I think that's a role that he fits into rather nicely. You know, if the shooting accuracy isn't on point, go for demos. Make it easier for your teammates to have a better shot. He has been going for more demos, but we still haven't seen too many opportunities get put into the back of the net. It's like NRG, they're struggling to find the accuracy, and then on defense, they're just left alone nonstop, James.
And NRG, they need one here. They cannot afford to give that first goal to XSET. Justin, well, had that ball leak out to the middle. Hoxer, a nice 50. AlphaCap getting beat to the ball by Squishy. And now a miss there. Wide open net. Squishy will tap it in, but that double commit in the corner, you knew it was all over.
Right. I love the positioning of Squishy. He's like, okay, we've missed these before. I'm going to stay here on the far post and make sure I can secure this goal for the team. Garrett G took off ball, came to have that angle as well. NRG go up 1-0. Seems like they might be finding their stride after all.
There's 3 minutes left. Plenty of time for XSET to get back into this one.
And with the plays we saw from Hoxer, I mean, who knows how this game is going to end up. Hoxer has been a monster so far, and somebody that I think NRG has got to worry about if he's in the air.
We'll see if he is that factor, or if NRG are able to stabilize. Bump on Garrett. Hoxer, upfield, Squishy, cutting off that pass over to J-Pow, but J-Pow did get the corner boost. Oh, it's out into the middle. Justin will hit it downfield, but J-Pow will catch it. Not the cleanest catch. It bounces high, and Squishy will get the 50. But Hoxer will clear it out to himself now, going for the backboard. Double tap. Doesn't get it. Oh, the dive by the third man. That was dangerous from XSET, but they make it work.
Squishy no boost in the corner, trying to make something work. He does grab that corner boost from XSET. Maybe the starvation will play into a factor here for the defense. And a demo, the aggression. It's getting more and more overwhelming, but XSET still handling it. What a challenge there to waste some time and let your team adjust. Oh my goodness. I thought we were gonna see another one. Garrett G going for a double tap. There's misses and fakes all over. Still nothing given up from XSET.
Yeah, and that was a much needed security goal for NRG. We already saw what happened when you only have that 1-goal lead. NRG wasn't able to keep it. Squishy denying this backboard bounce from Hoxer. Now Justin, big boom. Squishy wave dash, and he must be low boost. Yeah, you saw him wave dash and trying to get any extra speed he could.
That's the third time I've seen Squishy go into the corner of XSET with 0 boost. So I think XSET dominant with the midfield boost grabs, trying to keep that pressure and rotate back. The pass is coming through, but Squishy does find such an important touch to keep them alive in the final minute coming up here.
Yeah, AlphaCap was ready for that ball to get to him. Hoxer jumps as well. Oh, that could have been another. Awkward defense for XSET. Justin, the 2v1. Hoxer will get it. Oh, that demo could open things up.
Squishy's alone.
The push. Oh, the bump doesn't come through. Hoxer trying to get the demo. If he connects, that would have been tie game.
I think he did get a little piece of Squishy, but it wasn't in time. A very, very fortunate situation, and one of the first instances where we've seen XSET in a 1v2 situation, or rather a 2-on-1 situation with Squishy alone, and they don't get a goal out of it.
Now Garrett has Justin. Garrett going for the double tap, though, and a big save from J-Pow. Counterattack is on. Hoxer over Squishy. Justin has jump early, not much boost, but enough to get the touch. Oh, but a team bump from NRG. Squishy.
They're scrambling.
Recover. And Squishy's air dribble into a dunk. That should be enough. And it is.
Wow.
NRG stabilize and prevent that sweep from happening.
Oh my goodness, that was so intense because we saw back-to-back 2-on-1 situations from XSET trying to force a demo play where you've got one player going for the air dribble, the second one is being aggressive, getting the bump. In that final moment, it was Justin who had to not only avoid the bump, but get the pre-jump save to find a challenge early enough to deny whoever was whoever was air dribbling behind the ball from XSET. What a stance from NRG's defense, and you're surprised to see XSET not walk away with a couple of goals.
I mean, XSET had a few chances. You saw the bump attempts. If they really got solid bumps on those 2v1 situations, we probably would be seeing overtime, if not a sweep for XSET.
Yeah.
And NRG, despite this win, has not been looking like the NRG that we've been seeing play as of late. They look vulnerable. And XSET, they can smell that blood in the water.
Yeah, there are a lot of gaps in the defense of NRG. And just being left alone in a 1-on-2 situation is something you have to avoid. You also got to watch out for Justin. Garrett G gets a fortunate demo. And then the pre-flip pass added a little sauce to it.
And the mid-boost steal as well. So that is exactly how NRG hoped to start off game 2. 6 seconds in, already a goal. NRG on the hunt to force game 5. We'll see how XSET deal with this pressure. J-Pow. The dribble gets challenged. Well challenged by Squishy, who goes in for another 50. Infield pass. Squishy couldn't turn to go for that. He was still low on boost. You saw Justin very far back. A nice win there from Squishy. Garrett, double tap off the corner. Doesn't make contact, but it does leak out. However, NRG going to scramble to get back. J-Pow collecting. Going for the light tap. It looked like there was a team member in the middle ready for a pass. Just didn't come through.
Yeah, you can see Hoxer was lurking in the midfield, but J-Pow wanted to go for the solo play. That's what's worked all series long. You have Hoxer in that instance, instead of waiting in the midfield, go for the bump, but they're trying to mix it up. J-Pow not on the same page, but this time he is. He does get the pass off to Alpha Cap. Garrett G can't get the save, but Justin, just in time to get that touch. XSET seems like they're going to get a goal, but then that last member of NRG somehow finds a touch.
Oh, nice pass there from Squishy, and NRG starting to look a little sharper. However, XSET still in this one. Hoxer with the tap up. Will stay with it. J-Pow in quick support. Down to NRG's corner. Justin slow playing it. Alpha Cap stops it at the midfield. It's a high lob. Squishy going for the 50. Will pinch off to the side. Hoxer against Garrett. Hoxer lobbing it upfield. Garrett's going to leave that for Justin, who puts it off the ceiling. Will chase it down. The double tap off the crossbar. Garrett shot off the backboard. Squishy won't be able to take that follow-up shot, and it's cleared out.
I really like that idea, though, from Squishy. Garrett G had a good touch off the backboard. Squishy playing the safe route and deciding to rotate back, which I think was the right choice, because otherwise you're relying on Squishy to find the perfect 50-50, or else things could be over for you, and your lead could be absolutely thrown away. Very good decision-making there from Squishy.
Squishy, a lot of times has been that key defender, that player who's got to buy time for NRG, and he does it well. But NRG has been struggling today. We approach that halfway point. Only goal of the game happening in those first 6 seconds.
Well, we've seen this before. NRG, they look confident. They look absolutely on top with pressure, passing, even individual plays as J-Pow tries to get one himself. But then in the final minute, things crumble. So the confidence out of NRG would surely skyrocket if they can get a security goal here.
And Squishy ran out of boost there, but Alpha Cap still could not beat him out. Flip reset from Hoxer. Shut down by Garrett. Now Garrett and Justin close. Garrett's going to stay upfield. And Justin with the dribble. That's going to be over Squishy's head. Garrett rotating back. Oh, that's not the best bounce. If there was somebody from XSET there, might have been able to capitalize, but tough ball to read. You can see multiple NRG defenders flying all around, but they managed to stabilize.
Oh my.
Out to Squishy, and it's good. NRG extend their lead.
I don't even know what this play was. Garrett G was staying around the ball and hovering, and it was a bit of an illusion because XSET assumes Garrett G is going to get a touch earlier on in the corner because he's swiping left and right in front of Justin, but he doesn't get a piece of it until he's all the way on their own half, gets the double tap out to Squishy, who decides to actually push up for that opportunity, get that security goal. A minute and a half left. Certainly we're going to see a game 5 if we see the same NRG defense.
And they're going to be hunting for their third. This is still doable with XSET, but XSET
definitely
have not been as threatening. Threatening here. Hoxer going back to that air dribble. We've seen him go for it several times. It's a great strategy when your opponents are low on boost. You really force them to get up there and challenge, and a lot of times not get the best hit, hope for a rebound. J-Pow trying to kill that ball in front of net. This is a long clear. I don't think anyone's going to be back. Yep, it's a free goal. Garrett G from a distance will get the third, and now NRG firmly in control.
And at this point, I don't really blame Alpha Kep's positioning. He's obviously trying to be more aggressive in the final minute. They've got to get something against NRG. It's been quiet on offense for them. Alpha Kep, maybe the aggression would have paid out for him, but you had to get a bit fortunate. And Garrett G, he recognized that space, knew they overextended, and got a big snipe in.
NRG to hold out for this final minute. XSET gonna have to fend off the reverse sweep. And will we see a fourth? J-Pow keeping this out. Hoxer downfield. Hoxer testing NRG's defense.
Right.
But, you know, XSET, you wonder in game 5 what they're going to do, because even in these first games, NRG just looked off their game, Turtle. They were, you know, double committing, weren't getting the best touches, weren't hitting their shots. And slowly NRG starting to get back in form, whereas XSET now struggling to find opportunities.
Well, and it still doesn't feel like NRG have found their perfect groove on rotations or even with offense, as this ball is going to drop down. We do get a game 5. And like I was saying, NRG, there are still gaps in the defense. A couple of double commits, a couple of opportunities unanswered for NRG. While they have picked it up immensely, there's still a big chance for XSET, and I want to see them be a bit more creative on offense. A lot of times they do the same thing. One player's going aggressive, trying to get bumps. They do all the right steps as well leading up to that. They'll take the midfield boost. They'll have somebody go for the bump, but it's gotten predictable at this point. It worked in the beginning. It's not going to work in game 5. They've got to switch something up, and I think it's those midfield passes, James.
I mean, we even saw there was an opportunity. I think it was J-Pow who was on the dribble, and instead of passing it into the middle for Hoxer, who's going to have a pretty decent shot right there in front of net, he went for that solo play, and it just didn't work out.
Here we go. Well, it's right there, and Justin was actually prioritizing rotating back into the far post. Didn't think the pass was going to come out, and that just speaks to how predictable that offense was from XSET. Their defense, fantastic. Maybe they mix it up on offense, possibly take game 5 here. Who knows?
Well, this is it. XSET looking for that first win against NRG. It would be a huge upset to knock them out in this lower knockout gauntlet. And almost another kickoff goal. NRG not ready to give up yet. The double tap from Garrett right out into the middle, and he did get an assist like that last game.
Yeah, it was the exact same play where Squishy was on the other side of the field waiting. That backboard has been a bit open to NRG. Maybe that could be something that hurts them in the end, and Hoxer goes for an early shot. Nice passes, and the ball gets kept in the corner.
But even there, Alpha Kep had J-Pow in the middle, but could not feed it out there. However, tons of boost for XSET as they're on the attack. Finally, Garrett will clear it out for NRG, but Alpha Kep jumps the lane. Pass over. No one's there. And you see Squishy have plenty of time, and he booms it right back downfield, picking up the mid boost as well. A trade demo. It's going to be a 2v2 for a moment. Justin to the corner. Alpha Kep going to jump for this. Squishy also up. Squishy well read there.
Oh, that's so crucial as well. You're giving your team time and space to get boost and keep the ball in rotation. You're starving out XSET. Hoxer has 0 boost, looking to pick up the corner. It doesn't spawn, and now Squishy can get around him and try to make something work.
That's a nice clear out, though. Justin will look for Garrett. Bit of a hospital ball. Alpha kept trying to stay in the play. Hoxer off the arc and down. This is going to be up off the ceiling again. Shooting opportunity for J-Pow, and Justin will clear it off to the side. Justin up again. Back towards the backboard. Squishy, all his boost for that pass. Garrett's not going to commit. Now he will after Hoxer gets that first touch. But now Garrett low on boost. This could be a chance for XSET. But Justin going to blast that back to the corner.
And a bit of an awkward play from J-Pow on the clear. He had time to save his first flip and get a powerful clear into the corner, but instead just double jumped. Maybe feeling a bit of the pressure in game 5. Looking at an NRG that is hungry for the reverse sweep. Need to be more deliberate with your touches and try to make something work.
And talk about being deliberate. You saw Squishy slow down that play so much, even catching it and bringing it up the back wall, buying time to get that corner boost spawn. Fantastic composure. And now Squishy on the offensive end. He's going to pop it high. And J-Pow will boom it out. To the corner, Justin's waiting. Justin with the catch. Enough boost for the flip reset. Goes for the backflip pass off the backboard. And now Squishy all alone, but no one up there to challenge him. He's going to go for the read. Double commit. NRG picking up some steam.
I'm concerned, though, for the 50s. I mean, things are going in favor for XSET with the aggression, but this is such an awkward play. It seems like the ball just stopped moving as every player was at a standstill. And Squishy off the backboard. Can he find the angle? No power and no accuracy, but they keep this pressure going.
Well, the delayed flip, the double tap, not going to happen. Hoxer. Now Justin gave up possession. J-Pow with the dribble. The flick is high. Garrett to the corner. Alpha kept. Centers it. And now Hoxer back to the backboard. Justin cleared off to the side. Squishy in support. Garrett is going to have to retreat. Alpha kept has J-Pow upfield. Passes to him. J-Pow blocked by Justin. Hoxer now will have some time. Going for the solo play. Up off the ceiling. He got his jump. And Justin will clear it downfield. Numbers advantage for NRG.
Get the demo. Oh, Squishy, you could see. He was alone. J-Pow had nothing else. If Squishy gets that demo, it's all over for XSET, who still need to connect on that midfield pass. The double tap attempt. Incredibly tight angle, but we still are all tied up here, James. This game 5. You expect a goal to happen, but these defenses prevail.
Oh, and Squishy will score it off the Justin pass, dropping it down off the ceiling. Justin, a massive play.
Oh, Alpha Cap, I feel for him. He went off the side wall instead of going to the ground first. Maybe there would have been a chance for him to challenge that ball and prevent it from going in, get a better 50, but he had no way to control his car. Positioning was all over the place. NRG get that goal they've been patiently waiting for.
But it's not over yet. Now it could be Squishy again off the bumper of Justin. Will receive the pass, and Squishy getting that security goal.
Oh, man. The timing of that. Thinking, there's a chance for XSET to come back in here. There's still plenty of time. Good punishment from NRG.
I don't know about plenty. I mean, there's time, but
I don't know about
plenty. They're going to have to be fast here.
Oh, my goodness. We've seen a couple of plays from KCP where they've managed to score with 6 seconds left. Never know. Things are still up in the air for XSET. They have been resilient in the first 2 games, but slowed down. Maybe one midfield pass. I want to see it happen, James. One pass towards the center of the NRG box could be the difference.
NRG, they have had more of a dynamic offense. And this
here we go.
Has to go, and you can't waste time. And with that, NRG, they were on the brink of defeat, but they battled back and reverse sweep XSET in a thrilling Game 5 series.
I can't believe that NRG got this reverse sweep. They looked pretty rough. They were in rough shape at the beginning of this series. I mean, you cannot lie. What we saw from NRG was something we haven't seen in, I want to say, months. I mean, double commits, a lot of whiffs on offense. The accuracy was abysmal. XSET were able to punish on the 1v2s. Slowly, though, NRG started to adapt in this series, and XSET stayed the same. They wanted to use the same tactic on offense. Their defense still looked good at the end here, but that offense, it never adapted. It never shifted styles, and that's why NRG, in my opinion, were able to close this game out, get that reverse sweep, and move on to the playoffs.
Yeah, you need to see more out of XSET's offense. I completely agree with you, Turtle. You have to have those infield passing opportunities. I mean, you even see in the game with FaZe and Envy. Envy had so much passing and it still wasn't enough. So when you're XSET, to take down a team like NRG, you're going to have to bring that creativity. And they were able to snag a couple wins. NRG was not looking that polished. And I think even now, even though they get this reverse sweep win, the question is, how are they going to play going into the playoff bracket tomorrow? That's going to be the main question on a lot of NRG fans' minds, and you're going to have to tune in tomorrow to figure that out. We still have one more series left today, and that's going to be coming up after the break.